Right. Let's see if this works. Just waiting, testing on audio. When the stream catches up. We are also waiting on Jonathan and Craig to join us today. But hello, welcome to SunnyCon Anime Expo. Our live streaming over on Twitch, YouTube and Facebook. There we go. And we are working, we are up, we are on. Put that in my little slot area in front. Let's get straight into the game. Hope everybody's fine, everybody's well. I am a little bit hot. I don't know if it's the heating or just eating a big tray of cheesy chips. Yes, I am from Sunderland. Either way, hopefully it sorts itself out. So, it's the usual. It's playing Genshin. It's it's just trying to get these Prisma gems so I can get wishes, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll be able to get like the top character for this banner. Although I'm not holding out much hope. But I need to get a lot of items, of which I know Craig and Jonathan will both be grinding for themselves. So it's going to be interesting to see if the me headphones think, oh, he's all alone, he's not using the microphone. I need to find some way to disable that, because I'd like to be able to just have the headphones on with no audio coming through, and then turn it off myself. That's a problem for future.
That's more like it.
Right, let's see. We've only got 93 out of 160. I need to get myself a lot of gear up, bonuses, perks, the wit experience to level that up as well. So there's a lot to be done still. Character-wise, I have leveled up quite a bit. But only official. There she is. I need to get her up to level 80 because her damage is amazing. Now I've used all my wits and whatnot. Weapons, same. I need to get another compound bow made at some point so I can enhance it. What else we got? Artifacts to level up, because I need to collect a few more of these. There, did I just... No, I didn't. No, I did. What am I doing? Somebody there. I heard something on my earphones.
Hello?
Hey, it's Jonathan.
I can't hear you at all. There's
oh. Audio working fine. You were coming through clear there, Jonathan. So I don't know if it's.
So I've kind of got you. I've kind of got like your audio coming through on my tablet, but obviously there's like a 10-second delay.
Right. Like I can say I can hear you perfectly. So I don't know if it's with your headset. Is your headphones switched on? Potentially.
Let me just double check.
Hey, my
I'm getting
Paul.
lost into on Discord.
Shout out.
Disconnect and reconnect.
Okay, doke, no worries. Welcome to the stream. Are you watching, Donna?
I was doing the meter readings.
Ah, right.
No, still
Yeah?
getting nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing from you. Anyway,
Ah, 2 seconds.
nothing whatsoever. I'm literally all I can get is I can get like a 10-second delay from the tablet. So that's the only idea I have a gist of what you're saying at all.
Right, I've turned up the volume on my microphone. So that's the only thing I can really do.
No, but like the thing is, there's no input going into Discord. Like obviously when I talk, there's that like green box that appears around my silhouette. There's nothing from your end.
Oh. 2 minutes. It should be voice and video. Oh no. Mic test. Let's check. Yep. Mic's come through. Hello, testing. Yeah, I can see. It's got to be a case of going out, joining back in. Anything?
Still nothing.
Oh, like I can see it's not picking us up. Come on, what should be working? See, it's got everything set up the way it should be.
Oh.
Oh, are we there?
Ah!
Yes.
I hear this.
Yes. Sorted.
What was the issue?
Push to volume or something like that.
Push to talk was activated.
Yeah.
Ah.
I did not click that.
Do you think?
Curry Minati Mother Chod Ha. I have no idea what that means, but Curry Minati Mother Chod Ha.
So was your tea nice?
Big pardon. Yes, it was. It was cheesy chips and garlic sauce,
Ooh,
and
right.
an 8-inch pepperoni pizza. Lee.
Oh, very nice.
So
I'm having some tuna casserole right now. Very nice.
Oh, yours sounds a lot healthier.
What? What did
He's having tuna
Yeah.
casserole.
you didn't eat it though, did you?
It
Well,
is
no,
like
I've still got
I shop
3/4 of the
bought
pepperoni one. Shop bought, still good. Right, I'm just upgrading a few things. I've got official up to level 71. But I need something
she's the
that...
German one, isn't she?
Yeah. she is. It's difficult trying to get them up to certain levels. Because I'm now at that point where I've got a little bit of resin. Do you know who is Harry Minati? Can't say I do. Do you know who Carrie Minati is, Jonathan?
No, I've personally not heard of that name. Carrie Minati. It sounds like an Indian maybe, like someone from Bollywood.
All right. There's Donna with the Google.
Yes.
So comedian YouTuber. Ah, I do like a bit of comedy. I mean, I'm mostly the punchline, but I do like a bit of comedy now and then.
Oh, we do. I quite like the American comedian, Selman Haj.
Oh, now that's a name I have heard, surprisingly.
The Indian, he's got dual nationality, so he's like half Indian, half American.
What
But,
Sail
well, actually, no,
Dada
he
Mimi?
is. He's fully Indian. 'Cause
no.
both his parents like lived in India, but like he's obviously spent his entire life in England, in America.
I'm saying hello, is it Sail? Hi Sam, Sam Ross Lawrence. How's your day been, Jonathan?
It's been busy. I woke up this morning ready to go to the hospital for my lung function test, only to discover that I had a flat tire. I was like, there wasn't enough time to change it, so I'll pray and hope it's a slow puncture.
Yeah.
Which, thank goodness, it was. So I pumped it up. It was enough to get me to the hospital, and then I had to pump it up again on the way back from the hospital. But other than that, it was no issue whatsoever.
Hey Donna.
So I did the breathing test, and then they tried me out on some drugs to see if it improved the breathing.
Always fun. Always fun.
Which it didn't. But she was like, you know, it's better that we test it and like definitely rule it out, you know, with it having a lingering possibility.
Yeah, was that the tuberculosis TV test thing?
No, they're my spins and samples. I'm going to find out whether it's TBM. You know, that medical
Yeah.
that discovered by Dr. Hippocrates himself.
Which was wiped out by vaccines.
Yes.
Allegedly. So have you been, what was tuberculosis? Was that like something get a rusty nail or something and you got to check the TB?
No, that's
Was it? Was that, no.
isn't that rubella? The metal one with the rusty nails.
I've no idea. I always got told you touch a rusty nail or something and you get something. Like, it was either. Don't say it's not, so I can tell my medical knowledge is very sparse.
Mine's not the best either.
I think it's like
I
fantastic with
think-
first aid, but anything else now.
Yeah. But I think it's rubella.
Tetanus.
The one... Tetanus, that's the one.
Yeah, Sam got a tetanus. Long way around that. Aye, what
yes,
was it?
A tetanus jab lasts 10 years before you have to have it re-administered.
What do you mean? So many comments on going on?
Because Sam was honest, I thought it was a language of child from Genshin. It was showed up because that was before tetanus coming.
Ah. Oh, I wonder why that didn't come through. It turns out my multi-stream isn't actually showing all of the comments.
But the tetanus
Yeah.
Weird. Very bizarre that.
I better perk up because I need to see every comment.
All the comments, I shall see them all.
As you wish, Maidford.
Oh, I didn't know that. If
What's
you
that?
kill an enemy while they're frozen,
Yeah.
they shatter.
Yeah. It's a lovely little twist that they added on.
To ashes!
Some of the things are like other games used to do it as well. Killed an enemy while they was debuffed in a certain way.
They die in that manner.
Yeah.
Let it rain!
Borderlands. That's what used to do it.
What's that?
Borderlands, where if you killed the enemy when they got a debuff, it would, you know, kill them with that debuff.
Cool.
Windblade.
Found another mining area. That's good.
I've got loads of them now. Like I say, I need to get myself a different type of bow now. But I've been finding them everywhere.
Yeah, that's one of the items I found out to find level 3. You get loads of like level 4 swords, like the basic sword, but you don't seem to get that many bows.
Yeah. Ah. doing that whirly attack. I'm up against a Ruin Guard. Part of me trying to get all the experience and well, one of them, what they call them, like domains.
Yeah.
That's the ones.
So
Hey Steph, yes, we are waiting for Craig to jump in. Sorry about that.
As you wish, main for life.
Steph's
No,
on saying we're waiting for wanting Craig to jump in. I was like, yeah.
Oh,
Twin blade.
the holy trio, Genshin.
Take it off the bands. Children have no business with TVs.
Children don't deserve respect. They'll get respect when they get a job and they can leave out the house. A bit of boomer humor. A bit of boomer humor. Yeah.
So why don't you pay your mortgage? Like
Until you pay bills in this house, you get no say in what I do. Okay, can I get a paper round then? No.
That was my thing. Me ma always get a job, get a job, get a job. I got that from year 10. And the thing was, I had a paper round, and it was absolute physical slave labour, and that was one of the things that drove me towards wanting to be self-employed, because I do not like working for other people.
And what's the other one? Get a real job.
Yeah, no, that's the big one for people who talk to us. Like if I say like, oh, money's a bit tight at the moment because obviously the event's on and whatnot, and they go, well, why didn't you get a real job? It's like, I'm sorry, does providing a tourist attraction that brings millions into the local economy like every year, is that not a real job? You're an anime convention, oh, that's not a real job.
This is the thing, every job exists because someone wants the service that it provides.
Yeah. It's just one of them things like, who's to say what a real job is and isn't these days? I would say an influencer's not a real job, but they make a lot more money than me.
Exactly.
What's that?
I wouldn't really class them as an influencer. I would sort of class them as they're an entertainer, aren't they? Like a YouTubers and stuff.
The message. Oh, yeah. Ooh.
I'll tell you what's not a real job, and it's the only one I would say is not a real job. People who are famous for being famous.
Paris Hilton.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm sorry.
Internet.
But, so your dad works hard and runs a hotel, so we need to give you respect.
She's a DJ.
Oh, she's a DJ. That's good. That's good.
90.
Not all of them are DJ. No, I don't know. Isn't there like 3 Hiltons? Like the daughters.
Oh, I have no idea. All I remember was when she came to Prevalence was through the infrared in the night sex tape thing that she did. And that's the only way I know. I was like, oh, it's just us, and she's popular and she's skinny and she had sex on video. I was like, well, who hasn't? Yeah, but she's famous. It's like, I've heard of her, so it's when like when you get older as well. Like if it, like my daughter turned around and went, oh, you know who Shane Dawson is, and I have no idea. I was not up on the YouTubers or anything like that or conspiracy theories. And she goes, oh, do you not know who Shane Dawson is, Dad? And I'm like, oh, this is the moment. I'm actually at the point where my daughter thinks somebody's more famous than I recognise, and I'm going to look so out of touch for not knowing. I mean, I know who he is now, because after trying to get into YouTube a little bit more for SunnyCon's benefit. I've opened a new world to entertainment, and I have not watched a terrestrial TV channel in nearly 4 years now. In fact,
I've not watched it in a long time.
Like last terrestrial TV channel thing I watched was one of the Doctor Who's, and that was on BBC iPlayer because I could not be bothered to watch it live.
No, I tell you, I think a lot of this, like, me not liking I think a lot of it stems back to TV shows. Do you know, I forget what it was. It was the first, like, one of the first, like, reality TV shows and it was from the 90s, and it was where spoiled rich kids got their like 16th birthday party. Was it
Oh.
like my Sweet 16th or something?
Yeah, is that the American ones where they kick off for not getting the right presents, and South Park giving us an piss take from
Interpretation
it?
of it.
Yeah,
it was
well,
Satan.
yeah. Did he do it? Did he didn't do it?
It's a fancy dress party. Oh, we need to get that guy.
Steve Irwin.
I'm sorry, Steve, but you're just disrespectful. You know, just died. It's like, I'm not for Steve Irwin. So you know in fancy dress?
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Get out. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I remember that episode.
Like, I remember watching it. Like, I watched one, and it was a woman, and it was this mother, and she was obviously so excited to give her daughter a car, mind you. You know, a car. She wanted to give it earlier than planned because she really wanted to see her daughter's face with getting this car early, and it was earlier than planned. And the first thing that her daughter says, "It's the wrong colour.
Oh.
It's the wrong colour." And she's
So-
like, "Oh my god, you've like ruined my birthday. It's the wrong fucking colour. Do you not even love me? Oh, I'm just like a Tahiti child. I might as well walk 8 miles a day to get water." And you're just like, bitch, if you don't shut up, I'm gonna make you shut up. Like, that is someone who's never known hunger.
Oh, never
Never
known that.
Like, I'm sorry, but if I got given a brand new car, I don't even care if it says Donald Trump's awesome on the side. I'm getting that brand new car. Like,
Yeah, you can always patch it up.
yeah, I'd rather gaffer tape it up. But it was, it's the wrong colour. And I've seen it as well on Twitch. I like on Twitch. I like a channel called Choosing Beggars.
All right.
And
That's a term that I understand.
Yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like. And one of them was my boyfriend bought me a Switch Lite in this colour. What was he thinking? So I'm selling it cheap just to tick him off, and I'm gonna make him buy me a new one in the actual colour I wanted. Jeez, it's like he doesn't even love me. It's like, bitch, he
Oh.
bought you a Switch.
No, that reminds us of a story from last Christmas. Like, I think it was like a boyfriend or something went absolutely apeshit when his lass didn't buy him a Link set for Christmas. Like, I can't verify whether this was actual legit something that went down or if it was just parody. But it's apparently some bloke went absolutely apeshit on his lass for not getting him a Link set for Christmas. I mean, they're shite anyway.
I like Links.
Yeah, but
No.
you know Africa's only orange and sandalwood. That's the scent of Africa, orange and sandalwood.
Yeah. I think the craziest one I ever saw, it was
Phantasmagoria.
a family, and every year either the son or the mother would bake cookies or gingerbread men, like, you know, themed gingerbread men for Christmas.
Right.
And
Aye.
for some reason, they hadn't had the particular ingredients they needed to bake these cookies. So his dad was staying over at his house, and he went, "Oh, I'm gonna have to go and get him the ingredients today because they were out when I went shopping yesterday."
Yeah.
He's like, "Okay, I want you to go now." He's like, "No, I'm just doing this one game on the console, my console, it's my
Yeah.
house. I'm gonna do this one console, and then I'll go and bake them. The cookies will be ready in like 4 hours. Which is, gotta go to the shop, come back, he'll start baking them, and they'll be ready in 4 hours. Perfectly reasonable. But no, can this guy handle it? This guy who's a mature 60-year-old man? No, can he bollocks? He takes the PlayStation 4, puts it on the glass coffee table, and shatters both with a hammer.
Because he didn't get his cookies.
Because he didn't get his cookies.
Fuck. Say
Like,
them some amazing
the thing is,
cookies, but
There must have been some fucking good cookies to do that. And the thing is, I love my dad. I love my dad to bits, and I feel we have a very good relationship with me and my dad. But if my dad did that to me, get out.
Elon.
Get out my house. Get the fuck out of my house. Like
So-
I don't care who does that to me. Like you can get out of my house. Like, I don't get this thing of like, you hurt me, so I'm gonna break your stuff.
Oh, Sam Ross is saying any
If you
chance
ever
we
want
need
to
a
trade
fourth.
tactics, I'm always ready.
Looking for people to play with Adventure Rank 45 and World 5. We might need a fourth, but we're waiting for Richard at the moment. Well, we've got Craig. There's me, there's Jonathan, there's Craig. Yeah, well, we don't know when or if Richard's coming on yet.
Yeah, we might have to join his world because it's
Right.
under-leveled.
I'll say, but definitely keep you in mind for like future and whatnot, because there's lots that we want to be doing.
You don't want to keep it fresh.
Oh,
We're
aye.
not one of those Wish streamers.
Bet you can't keep up with me.
Don't say that. I'm getting 90 quid and I'm gonna spend and splash on all the wishes.
Oh yeah, we're gonna become one of those Wish streamers.
That's what gets you views.
Yeah. And that, and maybe slipping a bit of nip. By the way, when are you gonna get the it will come to me. When are you gonna get the PayPal set up for tips?
Sorry, set up for
Charity.
tips.
Hmm?
It's already set up for tips on our Twitch. That is. But that's the thing, because we used to be affiliated, so like that was a lot easier. But people can still like give tips, but not the usual subscription or what have you. I think if you go on our Twitch page, the link should be up and set up, and everything should be working fine.
Oh, we've got you've got the PayPal set up for the tips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. I'll have to add it as a command.
It's just
Like
you
put
never know.
dash, like put dash tip.
Yeah, I can set one up. I can definitely set one up. But on Facebook and on YouTube, two different separate entities. I don't know how to set them up. I don't think I can set them up apart from
Well,
like
you
a super,
can just put it in the description.
well, like a super chat or something.
No, just put it in the description of the video. Put the link to the PayPal and put it there.
Oh, but I can't do that like on me multi-stream thing, because the multi-stream doesn't allow that kind of thing. I can edit just the title for YouTube. Like at the moment, it's just the title and the game, which is the same. Oh, relative thinking. Thank you for the follow. What's that?
I had a weird thing happen when I was streaming on Tuesday. I had someone like follow and unfollow me on PlayStation like 4 times. Like,
Alright. Any reason as to why, or just...
No, they just followed and unfollowed. They finished. It ended up being a follow, but
Yeah.
like they
Midnight
kept following,
Phantasmagoria.
unfollowing, and following. And, kept popping up.
Yeah, it happens. I'm chuffed that we're still getting followers on Twitch, because that was one of the kind of downsides to leaving the affiliate program. It's like, will people still want to follow us? And seems people still do. So
Well, the thing is, I don't think the affiliate roles are actually effective. Discoverability,
As you wish, main
because
Fräulein.
discoverability is pretty bad.
yeah,
Like, we've got everyone can agree that it's not a good program. And the thing is as well, the pre-roll ads, every single one of them is a goddamn
pain in the ass.
Amazon series.
Well, that's the thing. They've got the thing with Twitch is it's got that. What was it? It was like they've started something. It's ongoing now. A town hall, I think they're calling it. Which I don't understand. Like town halls. The only town halls I've seen are the ones like in Gated or something where it's like an actual literal town hall. But apparently in America they do this thing where they call it a town hall, and it's just a big community meeting where people get to bitch and moan about shit that's happening.
Oh, like you see it on The Simpsons a lot, where
Yeah.
like they're all
Where they're all standing there like complaining about what Homer's doing or has done.
yeah.
Yeah, like
Well-
one of them. Well, it's happening now for Twitch, which I think's a stupid idea because the way Twitch have approached everything, it has been out of self-interest and
Preservation.
yeah, like everything that they could have turned around and they could have owned up to the DMCA debacle and said like, you know, well, it's been going on and we haven't learnt lessons from other platforms, etc. But they haven't. They've just been like, oh, lol, you're getting copyrighted. Your own fault.
Yeah, just mute the streams.
Yeah, and the thing is, they're lobbying at the moment. They're lobbying lawmakers and these record companies who are pissed off with them. They're currently lobbying them to try and keep themselves in safe harbour. So they're looking out for number one. They're looking out for themselves rather than the viewers, which should be the priority. You should be giving the security to your viewers or your streamers or what have you, and say, well, look, we'll protect you. We've done wrong, so you know he's a bunch of tools to help you stay in safe harbour yourself. But instead, they've been lobbying for themselves, kind of like, oh, well, we've done everything in our power. It's the streamer's fault. And that's what all of this farce that's going on at the moment. That's what it's all mainly centered around. Twitch being very, very selfish.
Like the saying, oh, it doesn't make money for us.
Oh no,
But
that's
it could.
no,
It could.
that's a legit thing though with them, because that's not Twitch saying that, because Twitch know it is making money, just not enough money for it to like matter. Like I think in Amazon's overall income, Twitch is like 0.0001%. So that's why it's one of them things, like for the amount of hassle it's causing, it's not worth it. It's just they
Why
could
did
just
they buy it in the first place? If it's so like not lucrative for them, why never did they buy it?
because the potential's there.
Add Astro.
The thing like TV's dead. Let's just agree. Like terrestrial TV is flat out dead. Like there's no such thing as like good actors rising to the top and getting into dramas or what have you. Entertainment's dried up and it's now just parodies of remakes of stuff that your mum and dad might have liked at one point, but it's not relevant in this day and age, and nobody's able to get anything new out because everybody's just on like, you know, what works. They're like the safe option of not putting anything new out there for risk. And that's left this huge gaping hole in entertainment where it's like movies and whatnot, people have taken it upon themselves to use these new platforms like YouTube, like Twitch, to become the entertainers themselves. And advertisers have like geared towards this because people were sick of TV. So advertisers have looked and went, you know what? It's cheaper than advertising on television. It still gets the same amount of eyeballs on. So it's actually, you know, it's economically speaking, it's a much better option for them, and that's why like there's so much put into advertising on platforms like YouTube and Twitch, and it's only going to grow. Like on TV, I think there was something quoted as around about £100 billion, and that, like I say, these are rough figures. Don't quote me directly on this, but there's roughly about £100 billion spent on TV and radio advertisement, and currently on things like YouTube and Twitch and whatnot, we're looking at around about 7 billion. So there's still that huge gaping gap of like 93 billion just between TV and that. And with TV keeps on failing, and things like newspaper ads, billboards, they're not becoming as effective, and advertisers are opening up their eyes and saying
But this is the thing. In America, newspapers are still so effective because you talk about, you know, those lobbying.
Yeah.
You know, at the town hall meetings. Normally, it is up to local newspapers to tell people when these things are going to happen. Because a lot of the time, they don't actually advertise on their website until after the fact.
Yeah, but that's
Uh,
where
so
where it all falls apart, because it's a generational thing, and people are learning to use the internet more. And as
Yeah.
the older generation get older, and the new main core market is tech savvy people, that's where it's coming into play. And we're now going to see phasing out of advertising on platforms like main newspapers or what have you, and that's their power's
they're not actually
waning.
going to fully phase it out. They're not actually going to fully phase it out
They are.
until
I'm
they fix the
100%.
No, yeah, no. Let me finish.
Yeah, go
I'll
on.
start it. I'll
No,
finish.
no, go ahead.
They're not actually going to fully phase out all this, especially America, until they sort out the internet problem. Because their internet infrastructure in America is actually, when you look into it, is so terrible. It's criminal.
Oh
So
no.
a lot of people only get their, a lot of people get their local information from newspapers. And the thing is, a lot of companies are deliberately like shutting down newspaper like local stations, and how they're doing that is they're basically taking out a massive loan to buy them, and then making that company pay the loan back. And obviously when they can't afford to pay the loan back, they're basically going bankrupt, which means there's no local newspaper in the area, which essentially means all the politicians get away with whatever they want. I mean, there was one area that didn't have a newspaper for, I think it was 9 years.
Yeah.
And when it all came to light, it turns out the actual mayor was being paid more than the president of the United States. Because every time there was a meeting discussed about him getting a pay rise, no one turned up because no one knew about it.
Well, it's relative thinking there over on Twitch is saying that they would say that social media is still a strong influence with, especially with targeted adverts shown, and that's just another selling point. Like where I live in Sunderland, we used to have like a really strong local paper going along with your theme of the local press, and in like about 10 years ago it declined, but it declined so fast and so hard. Like it was kind of unbelievable at first, because you always saw like the old communities, especially in Sunderland, where it's still like a huge demographic of old people. Like this, Sunderland is always seen as a city where people and dreams come to die, and it's kind of still that way. And we used to have like a strong local newspaper, the Sunderland Echo, and about 10 years ago, when they started moving away from adverts and that, when the internet was starting to be used a lot more, it then stopped printing. Yeah, the Echo, it is the Echo, and it's still going, and it just stopped being printed in Sunderland. Johnston Press, the main company that owned the Sunderland Echo, moved printing to Sheffield. And that was one of the things, like whenever we spoke to local journalists about SunnyCon or anything, they're like, oh yeah, we've moved, we used to be in Sunderland, now we're based down in Sheffield, and we can't, they didn't have the finger on the pulse, and they still don't. And then they brought out like newspaper website, where if you click on an article, you've got to click on like 5 or 6 ads just to get to the article, or you've got to answer some like bullcrap survey.
Yeah, South Park did an episode about that as well, about ads.
Yeah, and this is the thing, like I say, advertisers are switching their focus. The influence on social media is so much greater now. Like you can target ads. They've got all the information, the demographics, age, sex, location, what your favourite food is. You know how like they do the marketing where you sneeze and all of a sudden advert for tissues will pop up.
Yeah.
It's all that, and I think it's kind of being undersold still, even in this day and age. Even though, like we are where we are with technology and platforms and social media and all that, it's still really being undersold, because, like I say, there's so much more money put into print media still, and what industry experts are estimating. This is why I've decided to like go for streaming for SunnyCon, or on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook alone, it's because that big advertising purse is going to get greater and greater. And even though people are like, oh, it's too late to start a YouTube now, it's the prime moment, because there's going to be an extra about 100 billion in the next 10 years put into this industry. And you know, even though the opportunities may seem limited at the moment, they won't be for long.
Do you not think newspapers might make a resurgence like records?
Nah, absolutely not. Unless you want your news like in a classic way, and then it's only hipsters. Like, newspapers will only become like a hipster thing, because printed media, everybody. The thing is, it's an age of convenience. It always has been with humanity. They want it now, and they want it like to their face, and to take up less time. That's why people like streaming so much, because you know there's no in between of renting something out, having to pay a rental fee or something like that. It's on Netflix. It's a set price. It's simple, straightforward. That's why streaming's took off so big. You know, blockbusters, DVDs, and that, they went bust for a reason. It's because humanity likes the easier way, and there's nothing more easy and basic than having like this whole back
Yeah,
catalogue.
the thing is, a lot of people like to forget about the thing Netflix did. When Netflix separated their renter service and their DVD service.
Yeah.
I mean, it actually lost them a couple of million, that.
Yeah, initially it did. Initially, but look at them now. They are now the creators.
They realised the mistake and made them not separate anymore.
They are now the dreamers of dreams. To quote Willy Wonka. Well, that's like Netflix. It's now synonymous, because they were in at the ground floor with it, and that's where we see like Twitch, and that's one of the reasons why Twitch was bought by Amazon. Going right the way back before we went on a whole tangent to the main point, and that is because Twitch it was bought by Amazon because Amazon saw a future in this. They saw that it would be a great platform to advertise, and that's why Facebook bought out Mixer. Because it's a huge platform that has great potential. It's just there's a lot of things need ironing out, and that's probably why, if you are looking to stream in this day and age, YouTube is the safest and the best option. Sure, they don't have the emojis or emotes available. Sure, they don't have like a more tighter knit community, but it's there, and they've learned from like nearly a decade of mistakes to get to where they are, and that's why they're the biggest like platform of that. And with a few tweaks, they can really take off with live stream. At least that's my opinion. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I am an award-winning businessman.
Of course.
I never usually pull rank when giving opinions, but it's that thing. People be sitting there like, who the fuck's this fat cunt? What is he now? It's like,
well, the thing is, if you want to know about jazz hands, I'm your guy. But yeah, business, you're the guy.
Like I say, that's why I've always been like plain and straightforward with like why we are trying to make a YouTube successful for SunnyCon. That's why we've got 2 YouTube channels now, because we can separate it. I can separate the convention stuff with the SunnyCon gaming stuff, and even though it's like just me, you, and Craig at the moment, like we can get the rest of the team involved. I've just got to kind of prove that this is a profitable venture, and if we can make it to a point where it actually starts paying a wage, then the opportunities there and possibilities are endless.
Yeah, we could always do a stream where we just sell items of eds.
Just sell eds.
Items.
It's not slavery. It's not human trafficking if there's no traffic involved. It's just human. But all the fun things that make a convention fun, and that's the thing. That's my main reason. And you know, I'm giving all of SunnyCon secrets here away. I'm giving all of our business strategies and ways to be successful. But that's because I know if people were to copy, then 1, they know it's me who's made them copy, and 2, I know that I can develop a strategy that would further my current strategy, if you know what I mean. Like to lose everything, to lose every advantage would force me to just do better. As weird as that sounds, but like I say, the main strategy is the way I see events going forward are events. I mean, we've seen it now because of the pandemic. The pandemic's kind of gave us a peephole into the future, but events can be a 24/7 thing. It doesn't just have to be the experience of meeting up with your friends at one part of the year. If an event can do it right, which is what I hope we can, then we can bring in a multitude of people. And the great thing with social media and with the way like platforms like YouTube and like live streaming is now, we could turn around and be a 24/7 convention. And yeah, we can have where we meet up once a year, like one weekend a year, to piss fart about in real life, but we can be serious for the other 363 days of the year. And if we can get that right, then the potential to actually earn like a decent wage and invest it and do life-changing things, not just change our bank balance for the better, but change like the world in a way.
Let you down.
That's
well, you know what that famous Japanese verb said.
I know a lot of famous Japanese verbs.
Well, I'll just say the end of it. I won't say the full phrase, but the phrase goes, if you can change yourself, you can change your family. If you can change your family, you can change your town. If you can change your town, you can change your country. And if you can change your country, you can change the world.
If you can change your country, don't fuck with Russia.
I don't think that's quite the Chinese verb, but yeah, I'm sure that's a paraphrase of it.
It's that thing, because like the stuff that I say, because like I do a lot of market research whenever I get into anything, and because Donna's allowed me to like grow YouTube and Twitch, and it's kind of like a solo project at the moment. But like I say, I've got help from you, I've had help from Shane, we've had help from Craig, and I'm very thankful that I've got help like along the way, because it's like I would not have been able to do all of this by myself. But like just looking into it and doing a lot of market research, and market research is watch YouTube videos. And I mean, you yourself watch a lot of streams as well, but sitting there watching them, and I see people like the likes of, I keep bringing up Mr. Beast. Like, he started and all he did was give 10 grand to a homeless guy. Just walked up to a homeless guy on the street and gave him 10 grand, and then walked away.
Was that it? Was that his first time he did it?
Well, no, this is the thing. He'd been grinding. He'd been absolutely grinding his arse off to get people to watch his YouTube channel, and he'd been doing things like Minecraft, or like just piss farting about with his mates. And his first breakout video was a video of him being wrapped up in cling film. Just him standing there and his mate Chris just wrapping him up in cling film. And from there, he then started to get sponsorships, and a sponsor came forward and said, oh, we'll give you X amount of money. I think it was like 5 grand offered him. And he says, make it 10 grand and I can guarantee you I'll get your product seen. And with that 10 grand, he basically withdrew from the bank, went out, found a homeless guy in his local neighbourhood, and went, yo, he's 10 grand. And the guy was just like speechless, and he had his mate like sitting in the car, just filming the thing. And that was it. And then he got a lot more views off that, and then the sponsors came back and went, do you want another 10 grand?
Yeah.
And it's went from there. It's just absolutely sterile. I mean, his latest video yesterday, he gave people the opportunity, like just regular subscribers. He flew them in, or he went out to see them. I don't know his process, but he just went out there and said, he's a credit card with a limit of up to $1 million. You've got 60 seconds to fill your basket up. And they went on shopping sprees round local game stores, jewelry stores. There was one that went round like an outlet store which did all the power tools and that. Dude bought a tractor, and he's just doing videos like that, just nonchalantly.
Yeah, the thing is, like, I'm sure you could be a way to think about it. Like, the thing is, you could if you're running around like stores, you could run into like a car dealership, and then like buy every single car in the dealership.
That's what he
and then
does.
sell it.
That's
and
what he
then-
did. That's what he does. He bought
and then
every
sell it
car in the
back to
car
him.
dealership and gave them away. He
What car
basically,
de-
yeah, he bought a car dealership. In one of his videos, he bought a full car dealership, and everybody who came in for a car, he gave them a Fanout.
Wow.
And it's
You
not
know,
just
I
that.
I will say something though. He did from if you I don't know if it's still in like the link of his videos, but I know back in 2012 when he first started like properly like doing it a lot, he had to start putting the disclaimer like in the bottom of his video saying stop emailing asking for money.
Oh,
You will be ignored and you will be blocked.
yeah, no, oh my god, his Twitter feed is ridiculous for that. Now, like, if you ever want to see some of the most depraved parts of humanity, look at Mr. Beast's Twitter feed.
Go on, give us some examples.
Because, right, so, like I say, he put up the video yesterday. And, like, what he does, like, obviously giving stuff away, people then start to feel like they're entitled to have
Two
that.
beggars, yeah.
Yeah, and like I say, like panhandling and begging online, it's not a good look, but it's not going to stop people from doing it. And this goes all the way back because my nana taught me a lesson when I was younger. This was about 1997, and there was this newfangled thing called the National Lottery, which was introduced. And I think like the first jackpot was like 4.2 million or something like that.
Ka-ching, ka-ching.
My nana, like on the first draw, my nana says, anybody who ever won should always used to turn around to me and say, that poor person. Like even like the winners, because they used to like drag them out, huge novelty check, champagne, Mystic Meg doing a striptease behind a curtain, all the things that you want from the National Lottery in 1997. And every time like the rolled these people out, my nana always used to look at them and go, yeah, poor soul. And I always used to be like, you know, dudes won like millions of pounds. Their life is set for life, literally set for life. They could, I think back then, like it was 1.9 million was your set for life. You can pay every bill from like 21 to death with 1.9 million. So I was always like confused as to why. And one day I turned around and go, why do you always say the poor? Because the literally one's like, oh, not like that, Michael. It's because that when they win, they will get so many begging letters and so many people giving them bleeding heart stories, trying to guilt them into giving their money up. Because they've earned it through luck, they haven't earned it through hard work. So people will line up, queue around the block, find out where they live and harass them for every penny that they've got. And it'll affect them. And I never like thought of it that way. But after seeing like Mr. Beast's Twitter feed, like the dude knows what he's doing. Giving money away, it's a feel-good factor. Everybody likes to have it kind of falls into the aspirational side as well as the entertaining side. Because you think like, oh, I aspire to be given 10 grand out of the blue. Who doesn't? Who, you know, and the fact that it's somebody that's like normal, like Jimmy or Mr. Beast as he's known, you know, somebody normal could pop onto
That's
your...
his actual name, Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy Donaldson. Like anybody right now on Twitch, on Twitter, well, mostly on Twitch, I should say, because he did one where he gave away like 100 grand on Twitch. Anybody, and it's not just him. There are other people out there who will go onto your Twitch stream and drop 10 grand, like it's nothing, because they've got huge sponsors and big bank accounts, and they can afford that's disposable income. And the thing is, the entertainment value of them giving it away will earn them more through ad revenue and views, and it snowballs from there. So it's like, if I was to get into properly streaming, and if I had the credit like balance on us now, I would go to the bank and say, right, give me 20 grand, and I would go and I would make 4 videos, giving away 5 grand in each video in more creative ways. Like me just giving away 5 grand each video, but I'd make it entertaining and last like the time. And I can guarantee you that with the views that I get from them videos, I can probably get about 5-6 grand back in ad revenue. Obviously, the payments will take like about 60 days to process. But the amount of hype and the amount of subscriptions that I get, I'd be able to maintain a proper channel, which I could then turn around and say, right, well, I've been given another 5 grand in ad revenue from here. I can now invest that in another video. And then the other video drops. And then it just snowballs from there. And as long as you're continually giving value to people, whether that be through entertainment or through people just wanting money, and it just goes like that. And that's how Mr. Beast has grown out of control. And the thing is, he's been entertaining. He has worked really hard for that. He's looked at the algorithm. He's invested a lot of money. He's given away a lot. He's changed people's lives. And that's the entertainment factor.
I'll tell you something though. You know his hide and seek videos.
Yeah.
I would, even if he came to me, I'm doing a hide and seek video, but there's no money. I'll be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the thing. It's just
those
it's
hide
just
and seek videos look so much fun. Like, oh, I've hired out this full like college. Let's hide.
yeah. I've hired out a ghost town. I've bought a ghost town for a day. That's going on. Like, yeah, it's the thing is, like, it's genuinely fun stuff, and like,
You know, there's always some idiot that gets caught because he ordered pizza.
oh yeah, and there's somebody like Chandler gets caught because he's farted or something. He's like, he's bought the full like camo gear. He's there. He's hunkering in for the long run, and as the cameramans walk past with the finder, he's let out a fart and been found.
I know Mr. Beast once did a competition where you had to stay in a circle,
Yeah,
and where you had to stand up in the circle.
yeah, and
And one kid got kicked out on like
Bet you
some of
can't
them
keep up
left
with
just
me.
because they were leaving, but one of them, literally, he was kneeling on a mattress because he wanted to like get something off the ground, and as he got up, he put like his knee down or
Yeah.
his elbow down or something, and because of that technicality, it was like that is technically a laid down position, so you have to get out of the circle. And you can see this guy's face was destroyed.
well, that's the
He'd
thing.
been in the
That's
circle for 20 hours and he was destroyed.
That's the thing. He's kept the fairness up. Like on some of these videos where like the he might give them a little bit of leeway, but when it comes to like challenge videos, he's serious about it. And that's another extra layer of genius on it. That's he gets other YouTubers involved. He has that network. He has friends who are like famous YouTubers and people who became famous because of the association with him. Look at his brother, Mr. Bro. Had barely anything and was doing like parodies of his brother's videos. So like, my brother's just giving away like $10,000 to Twitch streamers. I'm gonna go on and give them a penny. Like obviously it's like low effort like stuff, but because of like Jimmy's influence, his brother's now like a popular YouTuber in his own right, earning his own money. And it's
Yeah,
because he's got that network.
So his brother used to like do like parodies of the videos.
Yeah, like, oh, my brother like dumpster dived or something, and I'm gonna do the same. Yeah, you know, daft little things like doing skits. And the fun story is Carl, who's now like one of the better known members of Mr. Beast's team. He actually started out as Mr. Bro's editor, working for his brother. But he, like Mr. Beast, Chris from Mr. Beast wanted him, and said, "Oh, I want Carl on the team." So Carl kind of switched allegiances. And the thing, like, they used to have a guy called Jake the Viking. I don't know if you watch any of his older stuff. Jake the Viking. He's now.
I've actually not watched Mr. Beast videos in years. Well, not years, but I've not watched it in a long time.
Well, Jake the Viking, he's got his own YouTube channel, and he just recently hit 1 million subscribers.
Oh, really?
And that's the power of it. And I'd like to be able to mimic that with something for SunnyCon, but like that's where the pocket eating contest came into it. Where it's like I want to do a challenge video. What's like along the lines of convention and like weebdom. It's pocket eating contest. So we sat there with 100 boxes of pocket, and we weren't able to do it because no one could meet up between March and like now. and now the Pockies went out of date, and I'm eating out of date Pocky because I don't want to waste it.
Yeah, I do apologise about that.
It's not your fault.
No, but I really did. I've never had. I like coffee, and I really wanted to try and eat coffee.
No, well, we're going to do it at some point. Like, I mean,
Well, maybe I'll happily eat 100 boxes of out of date coffee with you.
I wouldn't advise it. Like, it's the thing is, it doesn't taste out of date, but the aftermath does. If you catch my drift. But
Yes, I do.
Well, that's
I would
fine.
say, I know I'm different subjects, but I'm obviously playing Genshin as well.
yeah,
And like, the worst enemy, by far, is, do you know those people that sit with a backpack?
oh
like,
yeah, the big chunky ice ones and the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They shred your head.
Oh,
Like, if you don't get out of that beam, they shred your health. But what's worse is if you're wet,
yeah.
and then they freeze you, you're dead. Your character, you're dead. There's no like Razor's got such low defense.
That's the same with Fischl. Fischl has very little defense on her.
I think it must be a throwback because obviously they've got like really powerful attacks.
Well, there's definitely there's some tweaking needed for quite a few of the characters. But at the moment, I'm trying to get like a balanced thing, but I've got none that are like powerful enough just to wipe people out in like 3 or 4 hits. Like I managed to get me Traveller up to that kind of standard, but then the World Ascension rank happened, and it was like, oh well, shit, I'm back to square one, which was a right pain in the backside. And now I find myself like scraping around, looking for chests or anything that can help. Because at the moment it's just the grind. It's just the tedious
there's
grind.
a few enemies I don't like. I don't like the bandits. You know, the ones with the freeze gun and the fire gun. I don't like them together. Because it's enemies that stack together that are issues, not necessarily enemies on their own. Like, they're just the worst. Do you know those guys that have the big wooden shields? And the robots?
Oh, them the big ass rock ones, the rock hilly curl things. Them, I hear them. Rock slimes as well. Like I'm fighting some right now, and having to use a claymore against them, just to damage.
Oh, the Fatui Knights, the one who's fire lightning at you.
Oh, them.
Because the thing is, some of their attacks you just can't avoid them. Like the robots that fire when the robots fire the missiles, you can't really seem to avoid them. And when those hilly trolls, when they do that spin attack, that's kind of unavoidable. And when they find it like, oh, there's got to be a way to like avoid these attacks.
What the hell is this sword doing? Open the chest and the sword just start rolling down the hill in a weird manner.
Ah, I can see it bouncing.
Nice. Just waiting for Craig to finish his tea. Or the Bairns to finish their tea. I want to hear what his birthday was like.
Of course, it's now a year older than it was before.
Yeah. Facebook will think he's 37.
Facebook thinks it's 37.
No, Facebook will think that because they had his date wrong. Because he only turned 35, but they thought he was like 36 already, or he's going to turn 36. Or 37. Zuckerberg doesn't know everything like he thinks he does. I think he's an android.
Yeah, Zuckerberg's one of those people that like he never, I don't think he ever intended to become a millionaire. Like,
No, nobody ever intends to become a millionaire unless they're like born into wealth. Like,
yeah.
It's like that thing, like, nobody really knows what they want to do unless you want to become Prime Minister. And even then it's because it's been drilled into your head and eaten, that's your kind of position. Like, Boris Johnson would not have, like, got into where he is without, like, the connections he's had.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he would probably end up in Broadmoor. If it hadn't been for the connections he had. I mean, the guy's insane.
Yeah, he still might end up there. Hopefully, if there's any justice in the world. Speaking of which, have they came out with the tier revisions yet?
I've not seen it. I've been obviously busy on there today.
Because I'm waiting to see if Sunderland gets stuck into tier 2 or if they just keep it as tier 3 and playing it tier. Because I know London got absolutely hammered and everyone's been taking the piss out of them up here, but...
Well, yeah, they should have never been tier 2. Like, that's goddamn ridiculous.
Cornwall in tier 1 as well. Because all I want to know is, can I go to Nando's before Christmas hits? I want to take Don at the Nando's before Christmas hits. We haven't been in like months now, and she needs her Nando's.
I went to Nando's like when it was like... So there was a guy outside of Nando's, and I walked in to place my order. I was like, oh, sorry, you can only order online.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, so I went outside, went onto Nando's, had to glue in sign up. She did. And then, yeah, got my Nando's.
The way they had it was, you go in, and the thing is, the way they've got it during the pandemic has been much better than the way that they've done it otherwise. It's where you get the app, you go in, and you've got to book it ahead in advance. You book your table ahead in advance, and that's all you need. And when you go in, when it'll alert you, it's like, oh, your table's ready now. You go in, you sit down, and they'll bring it out. Hey, Richard. Richard said he could murder a Nando's as well. And you order on the app, and they just bring it to your table. There's no going up to the counter. There's no getting off your arse or anything. They'll just bring it to the table. It's contact-free. You're given your food. There's very little interaction with other human beings. It's perfect. It's like, I mean, don't get us wrong. Like, you know, I do like the customer service side of being in retail and leisure, but if there's a way at reducing contact with customers or the public, I'm all for it.
Oh, yeah.
Like I mean, like usually you'd stand in a queue and it'd take you about 10 minutes to be seen. They might get the order wrong. Whereas if you're ordering on the app, you know exactly what you're getting because you know exactly what you've ordered. There's going to be very little mistakes, like very little human error, and they'll just bring it out, put it on your table, and boom, you're eating within like 10 minutes of the order. And that's what I loved about it. And Donna was the same, and we're like, they've got to keep this system in even after lockdown. Surely they must keep it in.
Like the thing is, at my work, we're functioning. Normally in an evening, you would have 3 members of staff. You'd have the manager and 2 members of staff. We're currently functioning on 2, so a manager and me. So like, well, actually no, it used to be. We used to have 4 members of staff. We used to have 2 in kitchen and 1 in dining area.
I was gonna say you'd need one for prep and making.
1 in 1, and now it's just 1. So like when it's me, I have to do all of dining area and kitchen myself.
At Burger King, do you still do that thing with the flame grill where you start at the back with a freezer with the patties in, and you've got the buns? You put the buns through the top bit, which toasts. The patties go through the flame griller, and then you get to the prep area.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was where I used to work all the time. Because my front of house.
You have the broiler and everything, and you know everything's measured. Like you got to use. What is it? I think it's on the Whopper. You need 21 grams of mayonnaise.
Oh yeah, it's got to be precise.
Oh yeah.
I know how stringent it used to be. Now it's changed there.
It's because our refs like give us because too many people were getting high scores, and like head office were like, oh, we're sick and tired of giving out these bonuses for all the people working like hard and stuff. Because if you get an A+, you get a bonus. I think it's only like what, 300 quid.
Yeah.
Split between all the staff that were on that day.
They should be happy to give out bonuses.
We're working these new ruling systems where it's virtually impossible to get an A-star. And last time, everything we lost marks on, none of it was our fault.
Yeah, just nitpicking bollocks.
Yeah, so one of it was like, I'm gonna have to take marks off because the rubber seal around your freezer isn't like attached properly. It's like, yeah, but we reported that for repair like a year ago.
Yeah, it's like it's not your issue, but they make it your issue.
Yeah.
Craig's just joined my world. Relative thing
Anyway,
said.
I better shut up now. I don't know who's listening.
No. Sorry, Zuckerberg doesn't care.
No. There might be someone listening. Like, I walk into office Monday morning. What's the police matter? What?
Yeah. So on live stream, you were saying our marketing's frivolous and unfair. Well, we're gonna have to take a few marks off you there.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to let you go. You know, you clearly your heart's clearly not in the business.
Yeah, Relative Thinking's just saying that McDonald's has increased in quality as well with deliveries. Like everything, the thing is, like the food preparation and food ordering business has drastically improved over lockdown. I think that's going to be a good thing, and I think there's going to be a lot that's kept from that side of it. I'd be surprised if they go back to the normal ways. Like, I mean, the touch screens, yeah, they were, but everybody owns a mobile phone now with capability of apps. And I think it was just that thing, like they would think that not many people would adapt this new technology or try it because you know what humans are like. They like the old ways better than any of the new. Just look, anytime there's an update to any platform like social media out, anytime Facebook updates, everyone's like, nah, I like the old version better. I've always liked the old version. I'm not going to adapt the new version. And like with him, like, whoop.
Oh, hey, Craig!
I've been here for the last 5 minutes, but you haven't replied to anything I've said.
You haven't been on?
You've been on, mate.
Oh, I found a chest.
Ah, there's 2 seconds. I'm hunting pork.
Fire and arrows so you can see where I am.
Right, 2 seconds. I got me meat. Right, I'll fly on over. So you've been sitting there just talking?
Wait, not a lot, but a couple of times.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't know you were here. My deepest condolences and apologies.
Fucking Discord being shit.
I'll try and get something new. I'll try and work so we'll have a Zoom call or something.
Discord isn't like bloody mobile or something.
Well, I'm thinking that it's just a case of I'll just need to get more server space on Discord, and that'll solve the issues.
Maybe.
Relative Thinking saying, have we got the friendship heart chest yet? I haven't. Craig has. So Craig, do you want us to get the heart chest? Because I know where that is. If you head over to the Younghound Shoal. And one of us needs to be female, one of us needs to be male.
Well, I've got one of each, so I'm good.
Right, I'll switch over to Cryo Boy. There we go. And it's all the way over here.
I've just gone to that mission where I've been invited to the castle in the cloud.
Oh, the Jade Palace.
Yeah, but I need to be I need to be adventure rank 35, and I'm only adventure rank 32 at the moment.
You'll be close to leveling up to where we are now.
Cool it.
You can bully me?
Ah. Ah, I couldn't stand on it.
What happened?
Right, we'll start again. Have you got Kaya?
I can swap Razor out for him, man.
Freeze.
Because we need more frost.
That's what I did. I fired the bloody arrow things which make ice, but evidently it just made that tiny little platform.
Oh, just a dot. It's a right pain in the backside.
That didn't fucking work. I think I tried to change yours.
Cool it.
me, you vaginal squelch.
Just hurry up, man. I can't stop now. I've started, so I'll have to finish.
Cool it.
There we go.
Freeze.
Yeah, we'll get there in no time now.
Dodge this. Freeze. Freeze.
Da, 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 da. Might be going to Costco on Friday. Getting the stuff for Christmas dinner now. It's that time of year.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Ding
The
dong.
most happening time of the year.
Dodge this.
The singing with cheer.
I heard Michael Bublé on the radio. Donna was telling us that Alexis thinks Michael Bublé is just a Christmas singer.
Pretty much is. Down
'Cause,
to hibernation the rest of the year.
Because apparently Donna was in the car with Alexis. Can't remember what they were getting, but they were out together. And she says, Alexis turned around and goes, why is Michael Bublé only sing on Christmas?
Dodge this.
And Donna's like, no, he doesn't just sing on Christmas. He's like an all-year singer. It's just he's known for Christmas. And she's like, oh, I thought it was only Christmas. Ooh, luxurious chest.
Ooh, luxurious.
There we go. Right, so that means I'm only three trophies away from getting every trophy available.
I've got 60%.
Richard said that he's currently at World Rank 2, Adventure Rank 28.
Alright. At least
So
I
great.
was jumping his.
Back in progress. I haven't put his friend code in yet. I'm so far behind on shit. Right, where was that other island that we had? Is it this one over here? One of Zongi's spears.
Cool it.
Because I need to get as many chests as I can. It's a must-have now.
Yeah.
His is level 77 now.
If you want to, feel free to drop into my world a bit later. You can help me kill the wolf.
Freeze.
Oh yeah, we've got to do that, haven't we?
Has it been a week since we did that already?
No, we
Well,
haven't
it's-
done it on Jonathan's.
No, you did it on mine last time.
Yeah, we did it on his last time.
Dodge
Ah.
this.
Oh yeah,
But
it's been a
obviously,
week
it's
now.
not 7 days. It's not 7 days from when you killed it. It's 7 days. So if you kill it on a Sunday, yeah, it's back on Monday.
Alright. Alright, it's yeah.
Alright.
I'm just trying to scrounge around for chests at the moment because I need to get me Prisma gems. I'm desperate for Prisma gems. I'm so close to actually thinking of just buying them. Well, get the Genesis stones, which are, you might as well call them Prisma gems because you're not going to buy them for out else. Because I'm now on the bare arse bones of fragile resin. I think I've got 5 of them left, and that's it.
Dodge this.
Once they're over, it's you got your birthday cake to still eat, haven't you?
Yeah.
What
'Cause
does
you-
that give you? What bonuses does it give you?
I think it gives you some Prisma
I've
gems,
seen
Mora.
Cool it.
It gives you more.
Yeah. It's a bit of everything. And you get to keep the cake at the end. That was my thing.
What the fuck is the point in keeping cake?
Eh?
What's the point in keeping the cake? Or is it inedible?
No, it's not an edible. It just says that you've had cake.
Oh.
Because when I got it, I was like, oh, great. And I thought it was just like a special item. And then I noticed it had like the X that say use. So I used it and it's like, oh, here I have some Prisma gems and shit. And I was like, oh, wow. Wasn't expecting this. And I'm like, oh, but I've lost the cake now. And I went back on my inventory and it's like, no, you can keep the cake. And I was like, yeah, get in. I get to keep the cake.
I got 1 fragile resin.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to Craig.
And I didn't get any Mora or anything. It was just 1 fragile resin.
Hey, did it be ungrateful? Some people get out.
You said I'd get Mora.
I thought you got more. I got Prisma gems and more and everything. I got like a little bundle and I was like, ooh, that's very nice. Maybe they've fingered it? Nerfed it?
They must have done, what a bastard. Well, I've got 4 fragile resin altogether anyway.
I'll get you anywhere. I'll get you fuck all in today's economy. Ah, okay.
Oh, I can make myself some
Of the, I was gonna say of the meth kind. Great drug lords think alike.
No, I was just looking at. I can get some the crystals that allow you to make prototype weapons.
Oh.
Ah, those.
So I can make myself another level 4 arrow, which means I can start leveling up the water guy.
A level 4 arrow wouldn't be any good without a level 4 bow, though.
Oh, of course. You get them together. You don't buy them separately. It's not Ryanair.
Here's my big word of the day. I'm being pedantic.
Oh, I.
What? Really? Oh, I never guessed.
I'm down to 23 resin. Do I want to use 50 Prisma gems for another 60 resin? No, not really. What was it? What was I doing? Why am I here on this island? And you may ask yourself, why am I here?
No one asked.
Ah, crap. I've got one of them traps where you need either someone to stand on or you need the geo power.
If I wasn't currently miles away fighting a bunch of hilly churls while I was trying to farm for violet grass, I would be there.
You're looking for violet
I'll be
grass.
there.
I don't know where violet grass is now. Yeah, screw it. I'll what mission did I have left? Nah, still got the 9 pillars of peace, which I'm still woefully underleveled for. Oh, they didn't do a thingery today with a meal. Oh, I was 4-4 yesterday. Hey, was it yesterday? Aye, 16th today. 9 days to Christmas.
There is a domain available today that is given guys
Ballad.
gold. Well, and that ballad and gold.
I need Ballad for official her talents, I believe.
Yeah, it's a talent one.
Yeah, because I need 3 there, another 3 there, so I need 6, 4, 7, 8, 9. So far 9. I need 9 fingeries of Ballad. I should have just looked where I can get from. Because official's the one that I'm trying to steroid up, but it's not going too well. So far though, it might get a little bit better as it goes on. I'm getting a bit cash for Christmas, so I'm thinking of getting the £90 and just getting the first time buyer bonus where you get double the Genesis things.
There's no friggin' way I'm getting enough fucking money for Christmas to warrant paying 90 quid. Like,
Oh,
it
doesn't warrant it, but I've got a theory. People will watch if I buy them and make every wish individually. I can make content off that. I could turn around and do, right, let's do a video. How many wishes it takes me to get a character?
Ran through all of them, still didn't get them.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the Christmas rota has come out for next week. So I will be able to stream on Tuesday, but it will have to be in the evening.
That's okay. Anytime you can, Jonathan. As long as you're Aries and you're in good health, that's all that matters.
Oh, thank you. Someday.
I'm only that because I eat a lot.
Okay, so I can unlock a story now, Act 1 of Key, whatever.
Kiki.
Klee.
Klee.
Oh, I took the chest down here.
Is there what?
There's a chest.
Right, 2 seconds. Let me just magically teleport over to where you are.
Okay, let's
Where the hell
get
are you?
these quests out of the way.
Where are you situated at?
To your left.
Ah, I see you. I see where it is. On the way.
Now that was a bit vague, but I figured like it was probably the easiest way I could explain it.
Oh, I know what I need to finish off. I need to finish the food delivery service quest.
I've got to do that as well.
Most of that fucking bloody wireless warm event.
It's been shit. It hasn't been the best.
The food delivery service hasn't been the best. I will agree.
It's no gliding challenge, like.
Yeah.
Just the fact that like you can't run or fucking take damage or any of that fucking shit.
Yeah, don't come
Yeah.
into contact with any elemental stuff. But here you go. Take this across the fucking ocean by foot.
I destroyed the bloody gliding challenge, but fucking I didn't do anything on that bloody wireless warm one.
And what was the other one? Oh, that was it. Oh yeah, you're not allowed to glide. So here's a person right next to a spawn point, but the only way to get out of the spawn point is to glide.
So you got
Or
to
drop it.
take the long way around and run the gauntlet against fucking slimes and water and shit.
You are allowed to take lightning damage though.
Weird.
Because I did once take lightning damage and it didn't count it.
Well,
Right,
And
now fire damage will burn the food, water damage will make it wet.
Yeah, and there's no smoothie as well. It was like, well, I've been waiting here ages and I want my food like it's coming fresh out of the kitchen. Well, don't stand on the fucking mountain then. What are you standing on the mountain for?
yeah, the fucked up thing is, there's no way that they've got telephones or anything to order. So they've had to have been physically there at the restaurant to make the order. So rather than wait 5 minutes to get the order, they've waited, ordered, travelled to a like difficult, undisclosed location, and says, "Oh, not to worry, I'll just be over on the mountain about 500 kilometers away." It's like it's gone into McDonald's, going, "I'd like to order here, but can you deliver?" And they'll go, "Yeah, there'll be a delivery fee." And they're like, "All right then, I want this, this, and this, but I'm going to be in the middle of the Bermuda Triangle, so if you can send them there and make sure it's still warm when it gets there."
Yeah, and and if your customer arrives here like 30 seconds too late, I'm going to be really snooty.
Yeah. I'm going to stand there, not acknowledge the fact that they've got like some slightly lukewarm food, and say, "Oh, when's it going to get here?" It's like, it is fucking there, it's just you're too picky, you bastard. Don't make you get so emotional over these things.
But we do. We do.
You should have just ordered like a ham and cheese sandwich, that way it doesn't matter, because you eat a cat anyway.
It's just ham and cheese toasty. Only the finest delicacies.
Still warm.
Actually, thinking about it, I've discovered that you can get like alternate versions of food if you cook the right thing at the right time. So, like, remember saying that I cooked a mushroom pizza with Jean, and you get like Jean's special recipe pizza? Well, if you cook the delicious tea break pancakes with Noel, you get the lighter than air pancakes. A special.
Oh, I've had one. I've had numerous where like I've got a specific character and it says you've got a chance of getting a special dish.
Yeah.
Because bloody Kaya's got one.
But what dish? I want to try and get them all.
And I's got one, but I can't remember which one it is.
I got one. I think it's with the Jalfrezi as a stir. I'll have to have a look.
The spicy one.
Yeah, it's like the rock girl. Like the one who plays rock, not the one who's got a rock.
Allegedly.
I'll just double check because I've not eaten it yet.
You've got Zinyan now.
Rocking! Okay, so the normal dish is delicious Julie curried chicken, and hers is like rocking ruffian chicken. Increases all party members' critical attack by 60% for 300 seconds.
That's not bad.
And it's the Exonian, whatever it is.
Zinyan. Japanese pronounce X's as a Z.
Oh.
Or a to be fair.
What's the point in having an X in your alphabet then? If you're not going to use it?
Oh no, Mandarin's a complex thing. But it makes sense if you learn it. There's a reason why it's like the second most spoken language in the world. You want to learn a difficult language? Try Russian. My fucking word. Russian is a nightmare.
Russian's just obnoxious. No offense to any Russians out there.
Toilet Vlad has seen.
So what
Could
did
you
you think about my language?
Imagine. I've been watching SunnyCon Anime Expo channel for so long and I'm not watching it anymore. You're inside my home country of Russia.
Well, funny thing, when we were affiliated, Tanyos did give Vladimir Putin a subscription.
Yes, I remember that. Oh, that was beautiful. Finally, I managed to get proficient with pizzas. It's mushrooms. Trying to find mushrooms for him.
Oh, no.
Everywhere?
I was gonna say mushrooms.
Yeah, they are everywhere, but to collect, you know, to have the due diligence to collect them.
Anything that sparkles, press square as you pass it.
Yeah, look, I'm, you know, tapping square like the Russians tap phones, but it
Hey!
doesn't anything.
Like Japanese tap Google. Just to show that we're like, everyone's equal. If you're gonna insult Russians, you've got to insult others.
Yeah, we're a multiple opportunity hit organisation. If there's any racial stereotypes, we'll use them all.
Yes.
Well, to be fair, at least the Japanese, it's like adult grown-ups dressed as schoolgirls. It's not actually schoolgirls. I'm not saying that Japan is full of people.
I know.
I don't know. I've seen some fucked up anime. I've seen some fucked up hentai.
I mean, you've not seen anything until you've seen doorknob porn.
To be fair, Japan's like the #1 place I want to visit. Like.
Hang on, no, I'm not going to brush that over. What the fuck's doorknob porn?
Have you not seen doorknob porn? It's a comic book series. I like where a thing where basically the doorknob isn't a doorknob. It's a tiny sentient woman that like is the doorknob.
See now.
Sentient penis.
See, that would be the logical thing, wouldn't it? It's a knob. It's a penis, you know. But
No, it's a tiny Japanese person that's also a doorknob. And obviously, when you insert the key, you insert the key into a certain area and jiggle it around.
An ear or a nostril.
Yeah, let's go with that.
yes.
Yeah, if it helps you sleep at night, yeah.
Well, you know, when girls go to the toilet, they do say they're going to powder the nose, and that's not where my fucking nose is.
My God. So, like, I haven't been this shocked since cake farts.
I'm sorry, cake farts?
Oh my! You've never heard of cake farts? Right. So, going back. Oh God, how long ago? Let's say a decade. Let's say going back a decade. There was a movement of porn called cakefarts.com. And the best thing was, it all stems from one guy on, I think it was like a babe station or something, just requesting, like apparently this is a thing, but guys requesting girls to sit on cakes and fart while doing sexual things to themselves. So cake farts porn was a legitimate thing, and
one apple from that is that Tucky watches some weird shit.
oh no, I was sitting there because I've lived with a couple of mates. I'm not gonna say the names or anything. I'm not gonna drag people into this, but there was one time I walked in on my mate browsing on my computer, and this isn't me trying to get out of it and pass the book here. browsing on my computer, specifically trying to look. And when they were looking, they weren't looking on reputable sites of ill repute. No, no. They were looking on Google.com for down
Record history
porn.
been-
And I was like, that is fucking nichey as niche. So it's like, who the fuck goes out the way to look for like I know there's like handicap porn and all that, but Down syndrome porn, and I was like, that's fucking, that's kinky as fuck. Like, you know, also let's chuck this fucking desktop into the ocean where no one can fucking find it.
Let's burn it and then, you know, throw it away.
Like,
It's just because you're
shit.
getting the laptop. I mean, your browser history's still gonna be.
Oh no, I know that. Like the internet service provider, like Virgin Media's looking at me like search history and whatnot, going, "Fucking kinky bastard." I'm like, who the fuck looks for things on Google.com when they're looking for 18+ stuff? You ask Jeeves for that kind of shit. Jeeves doesn't give a shit. Jeeves doesn't fucking keep your data and go, oh, so I noticed you were looking for this, so let's market everything like this to you. And you'd never guess what was marketed to me afterwards. Adult diapers.
Adult diapers.
Apparently Google thinks you look for Down syndrome porn, you get adult diapers. I don't know where the fuck that comes from, but that's how it ended up. But that's my adventures in porn browsing. That could be a new thing.
So is your mate the one who is a furry and shit in the furry suit?
Oh no, that wasn't a mate. That was just a story. Tell you what, give me 10 minutes. I'm going to go drop a log. But talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna leave the little mascot Sunny doll. Put the camera on her. There we go. And I'm gonna put the headphones on so you can watch Sunny play for a bit. I'll be a few minutes.
Are you were kidding me?
No, he's genuinely good.
No, not that. Like I did. It's happened to me once before where I was doing a blowing speed test to try and get, you know, people the food. You're not allowed to like get any water on it. Guess where she stood?
In the middle of the ocean.
At the bottom of a waterfall.
Nice one.
Yeah, I kind of have to like drop. You have to like drop and then spam square as you're like doing the roll animation towards her. I feel that's what it is, but yeah. My goodness. There's porn out there for everyone, isn't there?
You would expect so. Can't say I've looked for every single genre of porn, but I'm pretty sure anything you type in is going to be there.
Yeah, well, what did it say? Rule 63. You know, if it exists, there's porn of it.
Like I said, there's already Genshin Impact porn.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Well, you're not considering all the females in the game are like over-sexualized. Or the vast majority of, anyway.
I think a lot of them are just. I think a lot of them are confident out there. Like their outfits aren't practical. I would say that they're not practical to what they're supposed to use. But I wouldn't say all of them are over sexualized. Like that Nerov, you know, the rock girl who's got the book and she fires rocks at you. Navia?
Oh, Ningguang.
Yeah, Ningguang. Like, you know, she's an attractive character, but she's not like sexualized. Like she's not like wearing anything skimpy.
Yeah, but there's no characters in this that are made where you think they fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
No, there isn't. Like, you know, we definitely need more like conventional looking women in this game. But
I
what,
didn't need that. I'm just stating a point.
well, I wouldn't mind it. Like different types of body shapes.
Oh, wait, even Overwatch has got a husky Eskimo.
Oh yeah. She's nicer. I remember? Do you remember when they brought out the New Year's DLC for that, and there was a bit of uproar on it?
Nah, because I'm not very good at it, so I don't play it very often.
Okay, there was well, basically there was a obviously there was a New Year's pack where everyone got New Year's themed skins, and her
Ah.
skin was they said that they'd made it too thin. But when you actually look at the outfit, what it is, she's got really wide shoulders on the outfit she's wearing, and then she's wearing like a tight belt, so it does pull her waist in.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you got to remember when she's wearing that Eskimo suit, it's not exactly.
It's not that she's that size, because that suit would be thick as fuck.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, if you ever get to watch the Overwatch animations, like the Overwatch like movies to do with them, hers.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I watched it, it did reduce me to tears.
Hi.
And, you know, she is a a bigger girl.
Are we talking about me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like she's a bigger girl, but she's not like huge. It's the outfit that makes her look bigger than she actually is.
I love Mia. The thing is, that's one of the underrated things about Overwatch. It's the animation that runs alongside it. Like the whole backstory, there are a few of the characters and whatnot, and progressing of the current story.
But it stemmed from the fact that I'm saying that like all the characters in this game, there's none of them that look like they fell out the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
I know they know what the fans want. They want waifus who are attractive and perfect, and
Jonathan was saying that they should bring out some more characters in this game that are of different body sizes, and I says, well, even Overwatch has got a husky Eskimo.
yeah, that's one of the great things. I mean, what I was going to say is is it Winston, but he can be an Eskimo if he wants. But the gacha games, you're not going to play like. Go along with any like proper games who do like the gacha format. You need really attractive waifus. So something where if you're really desperate, you can fap to. But you have to be really desperate.
If your internet is down, just load up the game.
Yeah, like you got to squint really hard, but yeah, like
Sounds like
nah. So I was reading manga last night because a new chapter of One Piece just came out. Amazing! If you aren't into it, get into it. And I also was reading My Hero Academia Vigilantes, like the spin-off manga that goes alongside, which is actually better than My Hero Academia, if you ask me. But I end up going to the dark side of the 18+ stuff, and typed in Genshin out of curiosity. And some of the shit that popped up.
Yep.
Yeah, like the fan base knows exactly what they're getting.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's like when we do the hentai panel. Like one of the most popular things to like sexualize is the L shape from Tetris.
Yeah.
How can anybody get off of that?
Oh, Rule 34.
They do things to that L shape that makes it look quite attractive.
Any block in a storm.
Like my storm.
It's the sound effects that make it worthwhile.
I've seen, I watched, I think it might have been on Newgrounds, the Flash animation website from donkeys years ago that's still going. I think I watched a Tetris animation on there. That was like if Tetris was anime. It was like Naruto-esque or something, and bloody think it might have been the L shape that was a female on that one. She couldn't fit into the slot because her boobs got in the way.
Oh. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look
What?
up this stuff because I've never heard of Tetris porn before. Honestly, I've never thought of like, you know, I know Rule 34, it exists, so you know there's got to be porn of it, but Tetris is it's a big stretch for me.
Well, it depends on how loosely they base it on Tetris, because I mean they could make Tetris pieces have sex, or they could just be a bloke fucking asking a woman to suck his dong, 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 dong.
Dong.
Dong, da, dong, da, da, dong.
Dong, 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 dong. Pepsi Man's quite popular as well. That's a popular one people like to sexualize.
Pepsi Man. Yeah, that's
People like to do it. People like to do it where it's Pepsi Man
If you
fucking
ever want to
Coke.
trade tactics, I'm always
Oh my
ready.
god, I've got a bloody Pepsi Man onesie. Well, Pepsi Man morph suit.
yeah. Craig has the Pepsi Man suit.
Ah, so we need someone with a Coke suit now.
There's a Coke suit.
I
don't
would.
know.
Anyway, just a quick thing about the game. About, you know, this. Do you know, obviously, the statue in the middle, like in the upper tier of Mondstadt, is obviously meant to be Boreas, or whatever.
Barbados, aye.
Barbato. Like, the face looks like Venti, but it's the actual body shape of that doesn't look like Venti, does it?
It is Venti though. It's all Venti.
No, but it doesn't really look like it, does it?
Well, no, that's because Venti's. It's not really Venti, like the real Venti. Venti's just like a spirit who took on the form of a fallen friend, which they kind of like cripplingly and emotionally hit you with in one of his side stories.
Spoiler alert. I've done it good.
He's not the god, he's like taking on the form of an old friend.
Yeah, but there's like an emotional backstory to it, and it ends with Venti sitting silently looking into the distance. Who let the dogs out?
Shut up, Millie.
Anyway, what we're talking about? Random porn, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how we get gone from like subject to subject. It always falls back on good old Fearful. Ah.
Bow, bow.
Bow, 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 bow.
Listen, connected to porn, it starts with the same letter.
Yeah. And they both involve cunts.
Does that mean there's fucking Boris Johnson and Donald Trump porn out there?
There is. Oh my god! Have you not seen the porn parody of Brexit?
No, but is it like Donald Trump and
Boris
together?
Oh yeah.
Oh god.
Like
That's not even imagining.
All I'm gonna say is that Donald Trump's tiny hand will make anything look big.
that was played upon. Your hands are so tiny and bony, I can feel everything on my glands.
Is he like Jeremy Beadle, like where he's got one big hand and one little hand?
Ugh.
Take my strong hand.
Take my hand, child.
Stir that
bit-
mashed potato.
Ah, that bit where he's with a turkey, he just starts licking it. Ah. That put me off white meat for quite a while. Heal me, statue of the seven. For I have been having the arse handed to us by some fucking big icy guy.
Yeah, they're bastards.
Yeah.
Play that, I'll try and help.
Oh no, I've escaped. I'm going to go on the hunt for crabs and chests. Normal Tuesday night in Sunderland. I love this city, really.
I love this city.
I
I
love
love
this.
this city of rock and roll.
You know that built this city on sausage roll? That was my idea. He stole it.
Well, we need to go to his house and knock him out then.
It's not only that, it's also the I love sausage roll. big meaty filling and some crumbly pastry. I love sausage roll. Ah, like the sponsorship from Greg's should be fucking flowing out my arse right now.
I always remember it. One of the mates used to sing it was what was it? I love cock and balls, so get your head down and suck on it, baby. So like that.
Whether they love cock and balls or that's kind of confusing. Do they love cock
Yeah.
and balls, or did they want somebody else to suck their cock and balls?
Yeah, they love their cock and balls and they sort of like
Oh.
love them being sucked. I think that's the idea behind it.
Ah, because that gives very mixed messaging.
Yep.
Yeah, and there's also the Christmas variant of it. What it? Touch of my, lick of my, suck
Look
of
at
my
my
cock.
cock. Yeah, that's that lass who did it where she accidentally puts that song on. She's doing
Yeah.
she's doing it for her family. Lick of my, suck of my, stroke of my cock, and her face was like.
I think the first time I heard that song, it was Piccolo singing it to Gohan.
Hey, talking about Dragon Ball Z, have you seen that parody of
Without missing a beat, talking about
Mario-
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, the Mario, Luigi, and Bowser, but they've like recreated it for that fight.
What, they've recreated the Dragon Ball Z
Fight,
thing?
the one where the very first one where it's Goku fighting his
Raditz.
his half
Yeah.
half brother.
Yeah, Raditz.
Yeah, and like who is it who uses the mega beam cannon? What's his name?
Special
Beam
beam
Cannon.
cannon, Piccolo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically that. But obviously, Luigi's Piccolo, Mario's Goku, and Bowser's the half brother, and they do that. They do it's like full anime fight.
I have to look for that.
And someone also did a three song parody of what is it? Not Luigi. The negative version of Luigi.
Waluigi.
Waluigi. It's basically in the first song he's like invited to like join Smash Brothers, and then like nah, I was just taking the pick man.
It's absolutely class.
Yeah. So the first one is like him beating the shit out of like half the cast of Smash Brothers, and then it ends up with like him like going to be executed. So the second song is him beating the shit out of the other half of the people, and then the third song is him beating the shit out of more people, and then he ends up killing everyone, and then they all get brought back to life, and then they all invite him to join their ranks, and it's like Luigi has joined the battle.
But he hasn't.
Totally good. I think it's about time Waluigi had his own standalone game, but Nintendo's never gonna do it.
Yeah, because they give blooming Wario his own standalone game.
Nintendo's not in anyone's good books at the moment. I mean, they tried to quell it with Sephiroth, but nah.
What's Nintendo done?
Oh, well, I haven't done right. So there was a Smash Brothers tournament, just like a fan-made one that had like some backing. Oh, found an exquisite chest. They had some backing from Nintendo officially, but Nintendo officially then pulled out of it. I mean, the prize was only like a $25 gift card. Nothing too major. Just some Nintendo Online voucher. And they pulled the plug on it at the last second, and then the winner actually didn't get the prize that they were promised. It's not only that, then they got some backlash, and then they started banning some more independent tournaments that were kind of like done as, well, we're doing this because we like see if I wanted to do, I don't know, like pick a fighting game, any fighting game, like if I want to do a special
Tekken.
tournament, yeah, like Tekken. See if I turned around and went, right, at SunnyCon we're gonna have a Tekken tournament, cash prize £100 for the winner, and like was it Konami that made Tekken?
We'll go with Konami.
Right, so say they turn around and says, right, SunnyCon, you're not allowed to do this officially. We're not going to allow you to use our property to promote our property. It'd be like, all right, then you dickheads.
Yeah. Oh, we don't
That's-
want you to use we don't want you to use our product to promote our product.
Yeah, that's basically what Nintendo's doing. Like, you're not allowed to use the Nintendo name, the Nintendo logo, or our game, or our software to promote our game and software that you're a huge fan of. Like, fuck you. Think you're a fan of us? Fuck off. We don't need you. We're Nintendo. And that's basically been their thing. And they start pulling plugs on loads of Smash Brothers ones, which got a huge uproar. And then they turned the sites to Splatoon and started doing it with that as well. And everyone's like, why are you being dicks, Nintendo?
It's almost as bad as when blooming Disney turned around and was like, oh yeah, do you know all that Star Wars lore that people have spent 30 years building? Yeah, no, that counts now. We're just going to ignore a lot of it. Like...
The Star Wars things are funny though.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'll tell you something. When they started bringing out the MLP comics, there's 3 versions. There's one made for like the bronies, the ones I collect, and then there's 2 others for the kids. And they openly said that the ones for the adult, the adult market, they aren't going to
Be canon.
be classed towards the canon. Like, the show can affect the comics, but the comics will never affect the show. And they said that from step 1. I was like, yeah, okay. You've said that from step 1. It's fine. The comics are fantastic in their own right, and they do reference the other comics in the show. But I will say there is some fantastic storylines that it's a shame they don't reference.
Never know, they might in the future.
They do get pretty dark. I mean, the first storyline is a blowing kidnap storyline.
Oof.
3 kids get kidnapped and they have to like save them. That's not really child friendly.
That's what we need. We need gritty storylines. If the trends are proving anything, it's that darker and gritty storylines are what's needed. Like if you look at what was it, the new Harley Quinn animation. Like that absolutely like gets the balance of comedy and serious like dark tones right. Like I know like Warner Brothers get a load of shit for doing like a dark and gritty Batman, but like Harley Quinn was like on the money. Well,
I don't think they could really have like a dark and nitty gritty kidnapping storyline in the My Little Pony TV show.
Oh, they could.
I don't think
they should. I think they get kudos for it. Like,
yeah, but they would. But then the Karens would like not shut their mouths.
Nah.
The helicopter mums. Like, my daughter asked me a question that I don't want to answer, and it's your fault. So I'm gonna say yeah.
They're there. They still exist.
Yeah. It's so like they're so disgusting. Like what was one of it? It's like they introduced a character in a kids TV show that was like had like a form of autism. So they talked with like a slur, like like the tongue was too short or something. And like someone wrote in and was like, my daughter like asked me, why is that girl different? And I don't think she's not ready. She's not ready to know that yet. So
stop forcing adult themes on my child. Says a mother who probably sends her daughter into beauty pageants in Texas.
I'll tell you actually an example that I think a lot of people will remember. Do you remember did you ever watch CBeebies with the little ones?
Oh yeah, basically grew up. That was the background noise to my like first 5 years as a father.
Yeah. So you remember the host, one of the CBeebies hosts, the one who had one arm, like half an arm.
Yes, I remember her.
Yeah, the amount of people that complained about her. Like my daughter's asking me questions, or my daughter's getting distressed over the woman with one arm. It's like, well, ask her. sit your daughter down and say, why are you scared of this person with one arm? And a lot of time, it isn't the daughters, or I say daughters, the kids at all. It's the kids are asking questions which the parents don't want to answer. But it's literally, if you want to skip it, it's like what? A 5-minute conversation. Oh,
If that.
she obviously either had, you know, mummy, or daddy, where's her arm gone? Well, she either had an accident or she was born that way. Some people are different, but we shouldn't treat them any differently. Is that sufficient? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sufficient. But no, they spend twice as much time writing an angry worded email to then send it anonymously to some bloody board where with like-minded people. Ugh. Frustrating.
Yeah, but it was fun to see babies as because In the Night Garden was on. That's where I developed my dad naps.
Oh,
See,
in the Night Garden.
Yeah,
Was
because
it what?
I see babies.
What
they
was
had,
it? Was it 100,000 a show or something stupid?
What do you mean
It cost to
100,000?
make. That's probably how much it cost to make. Well, anyway, your dad naps.
Oh no, I had dad naps because of it. Because you wake up in the morning, feed the Ben, probably go out for a walk somewhere, or just sitting and lays about, and then it comes around about midday-ish, and it's time for the Ben's nap. So you try and sync up your sleep pattern, and In the Night Garden was on, and I remember just falling asleep to Macca Packa Weshing Rocks.
Yeah. Who had like a stroller. So
Yeah,
it must have been much
it's
older than he was.
Clearly a Geordie. Go on, Run, what you do for a living? Well, I wear rocks. Ah, I know what you mean, mate.
No, but I think he's clearly retired and he's just got nothing else better to do.
He's gone. I mean, where does he make profit? How can he live? I mean, once again, trying to find the economic
Well,
sensibilities.
He's a pensioner. He gets it off the state.
Paying that bastard a can of Run with my taxes and fucking West Rocks.
No, washing the rocks is a hobby that he does to pass his time because obviously he's clearly got no grandkids.
Ah, see, that makes it sadder. That's,
Oh.
that would suggest that somebody had sex with Macca Packa.
Yeah, well.
Well, if the L block in Tetris can get laid.
Yeah, how come the blowing L blowing blocking Tetris gets more action than me? There's no justice in this world.
It was always a weird thing. We had a weird discussion. Sticking with sea babies and porn. Always a risky way to start a conversation. But
Probably involved Mona the vampire.
no. That we've already touched on Mona. But sea babies, you know Balamori?
Yes.
Yeah. I came in a conversation. It was a conversation between me and Donna where Donna's like, "Do you fancy Miss Hooley?" I was like, "No." And then I got us thinking like, I wonder if Miss Hooley's had sex. It's like weird things like and that, you never know who's done what.
Yeah.
Like Archie in the Pink Castle in Balamori. What was his sex life like?
Well, he's got a castle, so you know.
A big pink castle as well, and a big pink kilt.
Yeah, and that's why he wore the kilt. Easy access. Interesting little fact about him. He was once nominated for Comedian of the Year award, and he lost to another comedian. And guess who that other comedian was?
If it wasn't Tim Vine, I'm not going to be happy.
No, it wasn't Tim Vine.
Was it Josie Jump?
Michael McIntyre.
He was robbed. Michael McIntyre's shite. That's personal opinion, of course.
What about you, Mr. Unicorn? What's your opinion of Michael McIntyre?
I like Michael McIntyre, but he's not as good as fucking Russell Howard.
Oh,
Aye.
fantastic! Yeah.
Tucked on to see him live as a Christmas present a few years back at the Metro Arena. Really funny. And he's only got better.
It's been going for such a long time as well. Like,
That's the thing, when he was on the BBC, everyone was like, oh, it's just BBC, you can't make fun. As soon as he goes to Sky, he's like, well, you know what? Fuck the BBC. Everyone's like, yay. It's like, I can say that now because I'm on Sky.
and to say as well, he's actually one of the few British comedians that we've managed to export to America. And the thing is, it's quite, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's easier to export a comedian from America to England than it is the other way around. Just because our humour's so niche.
Oh, ridiculously.
Well, the thing is, he had a go. Do you know Tommy Cooper?
Aye.
He had a go. He had a go going all the way over to America, and they didn't get it. They didn't get the fact that his joke, his magic tricks went wrong deliberately. In one of his shows, they were like, "Oh, Mr. Cooper, you feeling okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, why do you ask?" He's like, "Well, none of your spells are going right." He's like, "Well, that's the joke." And they're like, "Oh."
It was one of the best ones of prop comedy. Like I know everyone says Carrot Top was an amazing prop comedian, but Tommy Cooper.
Is Carrot Top still alive?
I haven't.
No, he said Carrot Top was. Is Carrot Top dead, or is it still
Oh
alive?
no! I think he's still alive.
Yeah.
I
Just
fucking
double
hope so. He was in a Family Guy episode once.
Yeah.
But anyway, like Tommy Cooper, like when I was a kid, I loved crap jokes. Crap jokes were my thing. I actually shit myself once, so much because I laughed so much at a crap joke. Basically, the end of the joke, the punchline was, "No, I'm an Extractor fan." It was about some bloke saving people from a warehouse full of tractors that were on fire or something, and the joke went on for 5 minutes, but it was shit payoff, literally for me, because I was just like I was just so bad that it was good, and just ask Donna about the Father Ted one, that famous one where he's doing the interrogation, and he's got everyone's in the room was like. And he's playing the detective. He's like, "It was you, Father McDermott," and everyone's like, "Oh no." And there's just that one voice in the background, like, "Fucking hell."
No, I like the one where he I think it's all like misunderstandings, and it gets into like.
Oh, in the lingerie department.
No, not that one. The one where he upsets the Japanese.
Oh, with the Hitler tash on the window.
No,
So
that's him trying to apologise.
So he's a racist, Father.
No, I've invited them over to discuss this matter, and he's doing this speech, and he's got a flowing piece of I think it's boot polish up window.
Yeah, on his upper lip. But like I say, in that part where it's just like everybody in the room's like, "Oh no," and just one person, fucking hell. I broke down in Janelle's house in laughter, fits of laughter, and it went on for about 17 to 20 minutes. It went on for so long it became uncomfortable for everyone else in the room.
I know you shot yourself.
No, I shot myself at the other thing. This one I didn't. I kept it all in there. I beautiful southed it.
How long were you laughing for to mess your pants?
Oh no, that one wasn't long. It was just where you needed to defecate but you haven't, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh shit, floodgates have opened. Well, goodbye pants. But the one at Janelle's it started I was laughing and everyone was like after 3 minutes, okay. 5 minutes it got funny and everybody else started laughing, whereas 10 minutes it's like, oh, we should record this. 15 minutes took his stop. 20 minutes, do you need to see a doctor? And I just couldn't help myself. It wasn't the thing, like I say, it wasn't particularly funny. It was just, it got me funny bone at the right moment.
Yeah, I've got. The thing is, if I find something like belly splittingly funny, like my laugh almost goes like hysterically like an insane person laugh, but I also can't laugh at first. It just comes out as a wheeze, like a.
Like
Having
that.
a stroke.
I sound like I'm having a stroke.
Sounds like an out of breath horse at first, and then
Yeah, then it kind of comes, and then I start crying. Yeah. It sounds. The issue is my like proper laugh. It sounds fake. Like it sounds fake as fuck.
Lying or not.
so if somebody really tickles her and whatnot, it's like, oh, you sarcastic cunt.
Yeah, and it's really because like if it's like not as funny, my laugh is like it's like real. Oh, okay, sarcastic cunt. What are you doing?
Yeah. Ah! Well, I've trapped myself.
Configuration is an essential function.
Oh, you're stuck in the wall. Oh no, you've gotten free.
No, I'm stuck in the lamp.
Limbs are
I think my stamina's still going down, but I'm stuck.
Yeah, can't you?
Oh,
Oh.
there we go. Oof. Thought I'd have to live as a lamp lady there.
And now I'm just like looking at you, like obviously I'm looking at it delayed now, and like it's just your ass sticking out.
Yeah.
Ah, you're free.
Kiddo's got that booty.
Booty.
I'm going around trying to find hidden chests. I'm determined. Where is it? Are you standing next to it?
I've been telling you for the last 10 minutes. And
I haven't. You haven't said there's a chest over here.
I have. Numerous times I said I found a chest.
On the way.
Underwear.
It's on the
Oh.
tip of this fucking beat.
Do you know what would be a good feature if like other players that visit your world can put down markers?
You can, I just have.
That doesn't show on my map.
Yeah.
No, my controller battery level's low.
Well, yeah. It's nearly 9 o'clock,
Is it?
so it's good timing that.
Ah. Yes, I have much to do. We've got to get Christmas presents wrapped up. And like I say, I got to Costco to get the Christmas dinner sorted at some point.
Well, I got paid. I got paid today, or was it yesterday? It was like either late last night or early this morning. I got paid, so I need to do all my shopping, but do it on a budget, like a tight budget. So it might be just nieces. It might just be nieces and nephews this year.
Don't get anyone anything. Don't get
Well, the
anybody
thing is,
anything.
the 2 years ago, it was the calendars, where every single month was just myself, a picture of myself in various positions.
So it sounds a little bit more sordid than I think it would have been.
No, it was 25 calendars for 100 quid, and that went to all my family. And obviously I'm not going to put pictures of that calendar for family. And then the year after that, so last year, I literally had no money, so I literally went to Tesco's and spent 30 quid on scented candles, and that's what everyone got. I felt bad. I was like, well,
Oh,
it's
don't
either
feel
this or
bad.
it's either this or nothing.
That's resourceful, that.
But they were all hand wrapped. I didn't just give them a scented candle. But this year, what I might do is buy my nieces and nephew individually, so that's 4 presents there. So what if you spend 20 quid on all of them, that's 80 quid there just on 4 presents, because obviously it's the kids. You gotta keep the magic alive for them.
Yeah.
And then I think I'm gonna do couples. So I'm gonna have to do a mum and dad together, my sister, my brother, and his partner together, you know, it's you know, once you've calculated it all in, it's, you know, you've gone to like 200 quid.
Oh, believe us, we're no, like I said to Donna, like for the bands this year, we're gonna set a budget. We're not gonna go over it. And so far we have absolutely exceeded it. It's one of the things like you can say like, oh, I'm gonna be frugal this year. I'm not gonna spoil too many people, and you end up just getting everybody everything.
You do.
You just
Like,
end up falling for capitalism, and it's like, yeah.
Like the thing is, I was really frugal for my birthday this year. Like I requested this not to have presents. Like I went to mum and dad, and I said, right, obviously I know you want to buy me something for my birthday because it's my birthday. So can I pick it and you buy it for me? And they're like, okay. They bought me some new work boots because my old work boots were knackered. So they bought me that, and they even paid the extra for the weatherproofing that you get done every 2 months, and it keeps them, you know, longevity. So I got them, and they're very comfortable. And then my vicar bought me a pressure cooker. So you know, then 2 practical gifts, because it's something I needed. Well, not something I needed, something I wanted. So they got me that. So
Right, get more than what I get off me, Vicar. Oh, that gets content. Nah, actually, I don't speak to me, Vicar.
Feathers.
I used to, because he was like me 3rd year primary school teacher was the wife of the vicar, and he knew everyone. But then he moved away, and I don't know where he went.
Bet you can't keep up with
Found
me.
a chest.
Well, obviously, as you know, I'm a member of the Salvation Army, and how it works is basically every 3 years, like, because you get given a commission at a church, and every 3 years, it's reviewed. You can't open that chest.
I can't.
No, that's what happened to me. Same happened to me.
Right, I've got a theory. Maybe if I shoot ice over it, it'll give us a platform, and it'll say, yeah, you can have it.
Okay,
Nope.
we'll see.
That was shit then.
Ah.
Son of a bitch. Like, see how many chests I'm away from getting that as well. And I've done that one. Open 800 chests. I'm 70 chests away. Motherfucker. I want it.
I think the most difficult thing as well for presents is because I live 71 miles away from my nieces and nephews and my family because I live in a hole. So it's like, I don't know what to get them.
That surprise people.
Yeah.
Send them pictures of Tetris blocks in lewd positions.
Yeah, I'm sure my sister's gonna be real happy about me sending my nephew a picture of a Tetris blocks in a lewd position.
Same thing as that's me and my sister's humour. Should absolutely find it hilarious if I did something like that.
That is. Yeah, me and my sister are more wholesome than that. I'm afraid to say.
Oh no, we're weirdos. We're the only 2 weirdos in the family though. Like my ma's straight edge, and my dad's got a sense of humour, but it's his own kind of sense of humour. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah,
like,
my dad's just like an older version of me. Oh, I'm a younger version of him. We're very similar.
I'm more like a younger version of my uncle. I'd assume that. I don't know how lewd my uncle gets, but I'd like to think he's pretty much on the same level as me. Obviously, he doesn't go out of his way. He doesn't have friends who search up different genres of porn. Or he might. I don't know. I haven't spoken to him in a while.
305 or 400 chests.
You got 335?
Yeah.
Is that Mondstadt?
Yeah.
Have you been up in the towers on the castles and shit? Like the highest point of the cathedral?
Think so.
because there's a
The
fuck
thing is, though,
ton.
the chests do respawn, so you will eventually get them.
No, they don't. They haven't respawned. Like I'll go back to Mondstadt and I'll see, because there's a few chests that were up on a higher level, and I'll just have to see if they have respawned. Because I mean, it's been a month since I've done all the ones here. There's no, there's a
576 of 800 in Liyue.
Like I really need to get the leeway one, because if I can get all the trophies before the next patch, then that'll give us a chance. Like if they do increase the trophies, which I hope they will, and you never know. Like it could be just doing bit by bit to get there, and at the end they add a platinum. That'd be most satisfying.
Hmm.
And then the completionist inside me can be like, yes, I can do this now.
Yeah, the completely can be like, add it to the list. Yes, almighty master, I shall add it to the list.
Come on. I'm glad I've got like untapped stamina. Ah! Nearly fell.
Oh, I've just seen the guy on Twitch.
Which
you
one?
haven't seen anything until you've seen Doorknob Porn. Blank 2020. That quote is Jonathan Broadhead. That's the
He
quote.
was. give him the right creditation.
Yeah. Well, my full title, Mr. Jonathan Kevin Broadhead, BA Honours. That's the quote. Makes me sound smart and intelligent then.
Not that he owns any form of British Airways.
Why would you? You don't have to like own a British Airways to get a BA Ons. You just have to be 40 odd grand in debt.
Yeah. Well, fucked up thing is, there's people.
You
You found what?
a place to dig,
Ooh, I do like a good big dig.
but I can't dig, so you'll have to do it.
Right, stay where you are.
Sure. Yeah, sure you can't dig. Lazy,
can't?
lazy arse.
Not in someone else's world.
Nah, it's just you being lazy, innit? Just you being lazy. Put your finger out.
Got that big dig energy. Tony Robinson. Remember him when he had Time Team?
Yep.
I used to remember him from Blackadder.
Yeah. Well, thing is, I lost all respect for him when I found out he hated Jeremy Corbyn. I was like, you're one of them.
We hated Jeremy Corbyn.
Yeah, apparently.
But apparently, he's obviously, you know.
Well, he spoke
Not
out
fat.
against them.
Ah, okay.
It's like, what's her name? Countdown. Carol Vorderman's younger clone. Oh, what's her name?
Lisa
Rachel
Riley.
Riley. That's the one.
Riley.
Yeah, she is also of the same ilk. But she actually went out of her way to lie and try and smear him, even though she had zero political influence or need to do anything of the sort. So she just went out of her way to be a cunt
Which
to him.
one's Jeremy Corbyn? Is he the one that used to be the leader of the
Labour Party, yeah.
Labour Party?
The one who's
He-
apparently
he's
a
the
deadly
old guy.
Russian spy
He's
who's
the
also
old guy,
useless.
isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought for a second I was thinking it was. Oh, that's Nigel Farage. I'm thinking of.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, Nigel Farage, Mr. I'll start a movement and then give up when I lose, but then start another movement which is exactly the same as the first one, just with a different name. And then I'll leave that
yeah.
when that one fails. And I'll start another movement which is exactly the same and just rebrand it. But when that one fails, I'll leave that as well. The most influential man in Britain who's never won at politics, ever.
No. And like the only time he has like won was he was one of the people that left the, you know, spearheaded the campaign to leave the EU, but he only did it by lying.
Constantly. Unreservedly.
Like
With that twat from Weatherspoons.
Mr. Spoons.
Yeah.
This is the thing. Do you think if the Brexit vote was to happen now, with everyone knowing the information that they know now and not the lies that were fed to them during the election, do you reckon the vote would go the same way?
No. Polling states that about 74% of the population now, if given the option, would actually turn around and vote to stay in. That's much bigger than the 52% that voted to go out. But also on that is, there's a lot of them have actually died because of coronavirus, because the government that they voted in allowed them to die.
Yeah, but I've got to be honest. I was brought up by the lie of free and affordable money for the NHS, which they even the day that we won, it was like, I never said that. I never said that.
That was literally the first thing, wasn't it? Because he came out and he's like, well, that was a lot of promises made, but I didn't make that promise. It's like,
you had it on the side of a fucking box, mate. But I didn't actually realise that every $1 that we put into the EU,
we got back a lot more.
we got 3 back, 3 or 4 back.
Yeah. Through funding and grants.
I honestly reckon that the next government is going to have to go swallowing back. The tail between the legs. They're going to have, eventually someone's going to have to swallow the pride and go, you know what? We fucked up.
That's something that's never going to happen. Not in my lifetime.
No, and probably not in my lifetime.
Hi, Jonathan. Hi, Tookie.
Hi, Steph!
Hello, babe. Is Steph got any more vegetable carving coming up?
Why?
Oh, the carving video she did when she did the pumpkin carving. Has she got any more? Has she got any?
Christmas like?
Great, can you zongi that for us?
Right, aye.
You could carve a big block of ginger.
Why?
Because it's Christmas, isn't it? Carve it into, like, Frosty the Snowman or something like that.
Ginger
Do some
snowman?
ice sculptures. She's good at her art.
Yep.
Jonathan, if you really want, I'll do a bacon video.
Yeah.
Like pig.
Oh, bacon video!
Oh yeah. I'd watch that. I mean,
Live from the slaughterhouse.
If I had the setup in my house, I would do some cooking videos. But the issue is, obviously, I'd want the camera in front of, behind the oven, so I can look at the camera while I'm looking at the oven at the same time. But I can't because it's by the wall. So it'd have to be like a side angle.
Just trapped him. Spawn.
Ah! I'm fighting some treasure hunter things.
Yeah, the treasure hunter's the only enemy in the game that gives a debuff that affects the screen.
Yeah.
Oh, the he does it right on time as well.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Yeah. Come on, hurt. One fucking dinner.
I want to say those ones that chuck the Molotov cocktails and the ones that chuck the electric bombs. When they get a chance to throw it together, it's so annoying. Because first, like, the blooming Molotov lands on you, which stuns you, and then the blooming electric bomb lands on it and overcharges the lot of it.
Oh, that's the combos that they do as well. Quite ingenious, actually. It's a good way in a challenge, but annoying as fuck. Come on, die. There we go.
I killed him.
Fucking last second warrior. Anyway, where are we? Fawns and chests.
Well, I've burnt the fawns off now, like, but... Wait, where the fuck were you?
I'll tell ya.
There it is. I knew it was up here somewhere.
Thank you very much. Oh, is that a ball? It is.
So
Like-
anyway, how do you actually get to the castle in the sky, or is it like revealed, like when you
Yeah.
actually get there?
You find out like in game.
Ah,
There will be currently no way to get there until you actually start off that quest.
that is.
So let's stick the meat marker down.
I love how a tiny squirrel gives you the same amount of meat as a giant pig.
Yeah.
Still hate the fact that when it runs off, it runs into blooming like nothingness. It like, you know, vanishes.
Vengeance. Ah, there's
Yours.
there's a squirrel. Raw meat.
One thing I will say about the game, the blooming weather's ridiculous how quickly it changes, isn't it?
Oh, I love the weather changes. I can be fighting, I'm like, everything's against us, then the rain starts dropping. And I'm just like, ah, and cry up.
Or like I was, oh, I need to set all these creatures on fire. It starts raining. Oh,
Bastard.
Well, you can have multiple saves on it, like, to be fair. So.
Right, since it's 9:15, I think I'll end the stream here. So, thank you all for watching SunnyCon Anime Expo's live streams. I've been Tucky, I've been joined by Craig Jonathan.
yes, it's been a pleasure.
I'll be back tomorrow evening. I'll be back tomorrow evening, around about 6ish till 9ish, ish. And I'll see you then. Thanks for watching.